Welcome to General Studies classes. Today we will discuss the most important topic, that is Sepoy Mutiny, which is also known as the Indian Rebellion of 1857. The Sepoy Mutiny is also known as the Indian Rebellion of 1857, which was one of the most major uprising against the British rule in India. We know the British came to India as a trader. The British came to India as a trader in 1600 in the form of East India Company, which had the exclusive right of trading in the India under a charter guaranteed by Queen Elizabeth I in 1600. So, in 1858, in the wake of Sepoy Mutiny, the British Crown assumed direct responsibility for the governance of India. So, this was the brief discussion on Sepoy Mutiny. Again, we will discuss what led to the major uprising of Sepoy Mutiny. What led to Sepoy Mutiny against the British rule in India? What happened? That is, the Indian soldiers, who were also known as the Sepoys, in the British East India Company's army were unhappy with their treatment and condition. So the army were unhappy with the Britishers because they were forced to use new rifles with grease cartridges. Now, a very important sentence, grease cartridges. What is this grease cartridges? The grease cartridges were made by wrapping paper around a bullet, around a bullet and greasing with animal fat, usually from cows or pig. So here it is given religious beliefs. They were forced to use new rifles with grease cartridges, which offended their religious beliefs. So the Hindus and Muslims, they were offended. They were offended with the action of them. Then the grease cartridges were made by wrapping paper around the bullet and greasing it with animal fat, usually from cows or pig. To load the rifle, the soldier had to bite off the end of the cartridges to release the powder and then insert it into the rifle's muzzle. So that lead to the offend of religious belief. So for loading the rifle, the soldier had to bite off the end of the cartridges to release the powder and then insert it into the rifle muzzle. At that time, tension rose and the Sepoy units began to rebel against the British officer. So this Sepoy mutiny or the mutiny spread across India, where many Indians joining the fight against the British rule. So this was the region. Also, the other key reasons were disrespect for Indian customs and religions, poor treatment of Indian soldiers, British expansion and control over India, economic grievances, for example, heavy taxation were upon them, land seizures. So, these were the other key reasons. Now, what were the important events when during the occurrence of the Sepoy mutiny? At the contemporary we can say. So there was the important Mangal Pandey revolt in Meerut, that is in May 1857, capture of Delhi by rebels May 1857, siege of Lucknow 1857, June 1857, British recapture of Delhi, that is September 1857. So these were the important events. Now, what about the outcome? We know in every uprising or anything we do, there is outcome result. So, although it led to the significant changes, but the British suppressed the mutiny. The British suppressed the mutiny. What happened? What was the outcome? The end of the East India Company's rule. The British Crown took direct control of India. Although the British suppressed the mutiny, but Indian soldiers were treated more fairly. Reforms were also introduced to address the Indian grievances. So these points, if we write, then it will be helpful. It is given to the point. So we can conclude that the Sepoy Mutiny was a turning point in the Indian history, marking the beginning of the Indian independence movements against the British rule. We can see after that the revolt of 1857 was also there. Then the Quiet India movement is also there. So, this is a short discussion on Sepoy Mutiny. For further more information detailed, you can check the various sources. But these are some of the points which you can write in your examination. It will be helpful for the school going students too, and also for the competitive exam. So stay updated for similar videos on the general studies. Thank you.